Never need none but a nigga need me. Rah solo with the Drake in the sea. Mud in the cup, don't spill it on me. All of them hating, I see it in threes. Dead man walking like Thriller on the beat. Smoking. Yo, we back with another episode, man. Let's talk with 4Q Lou, man. We back in the building, man. Look, it's been a minute. I mean, I was just out of it. I'm gonna just be real. I was just out of it when it was coming to the podcast and stuff, man. The podcast world. I can literally sit here and watch podcasts all day, but when it came to me making one, I just felt like I was out the groove and whatnot. But we back with it. Shout out to everybody that asked about the podcast, that cared about the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people that actually said I helped them in some sort of way of fashion or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? How we do? We back with another great topic. More of an intellectual thing. Y'all know how I do my podcast. It's intellectual stuff. So if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you, man. I think you gotta get lost or whatever. But look, man, today's topic: when is it okay for you to leave old friends behind? And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds to think about it. When is it okay to leave old friends behind? I'm talking about cut them off. You ain't got nothing to do with them no more. Couple seconds. Alright. I must speak from my point of view, because this is stuff that I went through or whatever, and I'm pretty sure everybody done went through this. But look, it's okay to leave old friends behind when they're not a part of your plan. When they're causing you to be that, when they're that bump in the road for your life success, you gotta cut them off. You got to cut them off. And I come from a life where people will call you fake. You know what I'm saying? People will say you ain't real. They call you a fraud. All that stuff because you leaving them behind. But it's like, I wouldn't have to leave you behind if you got with the program. Some people just not built like that. Like, I'm gonna use a situation for instance, man. I was really out there. When I was following a follower, I was really out there doing dumb stuff. And even when some of the followers looked at me as a leader and I'm having them do, you know what I'm saying, stuff that could have got them behind bars and whatnot, it was like, it was time, in that point of time, it was time for me to be like, all right, I need to grow up. You know what I mean? We done all watched people in our family do crazy, you know what I'm saying, crazy stuff like that and get jammed up. And then it's like, from you watching somebody do that, then you go down the same road and do that. It's like, you know better than them. So, and like I said, what I was going through, it was something similar. Like, it was time for me to leave my old homeboys and stuff behind. When my old homeboys were still doing the same stuff that we all knew was gonna get us jammed up, I was the one thinking different. Like, yo, all right, we gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of it. If they don't want to get out of it, I gotta skate. And when I'm saying skate, I'm not talking about just running off or whatever. I'm just talking about getting ghosts. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, tap in with you, answer your calls and none of that no more. I gotta get ghosts. Y'all still following and all that, doing dumb stuff that's not about to get you no real money. You know what I'm saying? When I really started thinking outside the box, I was like, all right, bet. It's time for me. Now I'm proving to myself I'm not that same guy no more. I'm not that same guy no more. It was time for me to get ghost, and that's what I did. I got ghost. So it's like, if you can be mad at somebody for bettering they self, you got issues at that point. And I mean, that's all I can really say to you. It's like, bro, you have issues. If you can be mad at your homeboy for wanting to better his life and not being stuck with you, you got issues at that point. You selfish. So to answer that question, that's the perfect time for you to leave your old homies behind. Like, you know, and that rhyme too. That's the perfect time for you to just move on with your life, man. A lot of people, I remember growing up, we always talking about, man, them old heads been on this block for 20, 15, 20, 30 years, all that. But it's like, man, I see a few people that's about to be that old head. I see people in my generation that's about to be that same old head that we used to talk about. And that's what's so funny about that stuff. I was like, bro, it's like a recycling door. It's literally like a recycling door. When them old heads dead and gone, it's gonna be some new young heads that's gonna be that old head standing on that same block, doing nothing, just wasting time, just letting time pass them or pass her. It's females doing it too. They just think they got time to waste. Like, look, bro. Yesterday, me and my homeboy, man, shout out Carter, we go to this cigar lounge and stuff, and you not only, in my personal experience, I don't just go for the cigars. I don't go for the variety of cigars. I go there to talk and connect. I'm on some real business stuff now. Like, I don't have time. I have to use my time wisely. You dig? So when I go to a cigar lounge, I'm going to connect. I'm going to see who can teach me something, or if I can partner with someone on a project. My bad. I ain't gonna lie. Me taking them couple days, me taking them months off or whatever, really got me rusty at this. You know what I mean? But look, sorry for the technical difficulties. It's been like 2 of them. That's gonna be the last one though, promise y'all. But look, like I was saying, when I go to a cigar lounge, I'm not going there just for the variety of cigars. I'm going there to connect, you know what I mean? And when I'm there, me and my partner, usually the youngest guys in there. And the older cats really, it shocks them in a certain way, because they're like, dang, y'all boys just that and the third, y'all young. But at the same time, y'all mental is not in a young frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? Y'all mental is down there where ours is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all train of thought, so y'all should be ahead of y'all gonna be ahead of the game thinking like that. And in my life, I wouldn't have got to that level if I ain't leave my old homies behind. I wouldn't have been at that level that I am now, and I'm still elevating. I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm still willing to learn. That's the problem with some people. They really be stuck in their ways. They don't want to learn. They think they know it all. And when y'all know somebody that's a know-it-all person, y'all gotta get ghost. Because that person is like, for instance, that's gonna start to piss you off, for one. And then when you have a know-it-all person, it's hard for that person to learn something. You know what I'm saying? So it's, in my personal opinion, it's 3 ways to deal with a person that know it all. You either try to convince that person that they don't know it all and that they're willing to listen. And if that don't work, I mean, you got to start limiting how your conversation going with that person. You know what I'm saying? When it's something controversial, you got to limit controversial conversations with a person like that. You know what I'm saying? But Yovi Squad, we back. And actions gonna be speaking louder than words. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to tighten up. I got a schedule now. I said that last time, but this time I really feel like I got a schedule now that's gonna work. That's gonna allow me to get more consistent with dropping an episode, whether it's gonna be at my crib or wherever I'm at. Like I have another episode with Rico Suave. Shout out Rico Suave, man. I got an episode with him that we had some technical difficulties with transferring the files. You know what I'm saying? But that episode like 3 weeks old. You know what I'm saying? So once me and Bro leak up, we got a joint episode dropping from the co-host and whatever. But look, y'all, this episode, man, titled, when is it okay to leave friends behind? When is it okay? And it's you doing that is not being malicious, it's not being fake, it ain't being fraud, it ain't none of that. It's you bettering yourself. So when we speaking like that, it's always okay to do that. When you gotta better yourself and you gotta leave some folks behind, it's always better to do that. Don't let nobody tell you, man, nah, you did that and the third, you foul. Cap, you not foul for that. If it's, like I said, if you're trying to better yourself, you're not cap for that. You're not foul for that. You're not fraud for that. If you gotta leave friends behind to better yourself, you're not fake, man. That's what I need y'all to realize. Some people just, they don't get it. But look, y'all, we gonna drop another episode next Saturday. I think it's easier for me to drop episode on the weekend than it is the weekday. So next Saturday we gonna drop an episode or whatever. Let's get it, man. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Please get this word out. Get this page out. Let's get it, man. Yo, fee.